You ever meet someone who just feels wrong? Like, not in a loud, screaming kind of way. The kind of wrong you only notice once you're already too close. That was my neighbor. His name was Mr. Hepler. He lived alone, late 60s, early 70s, balding, thin wire glasses, wore the same olive windbreaker every time he left his house. No matter what the weather was, that's what he was wearing. We didn't speak much, just nods and the occasional wave, but he always watched. Not like, neighborhood watch. I mean, he watched. Always like from behind his curtains, barely moving, like he was trying to memorize everything. I moved into that house a little over a year ago. Small town, low rent, quiet street. I needed that. Somewhere to breathe. You don't get a divorce and a layoff in the same month and not look for a reset. And for a while it was peaceful. The house was old and creaky in that charming kind of way. I work from home, freelance audio editing, so I keep to myself, and I'd make coffee, sit on the porch, and edit wedding videos and podcasts, normal stuff. But I noticed little things about Mr. Hepler. I noticed them almost immediately, how he never had visitors, how his trash cans were always empty even on garbage pickup day, how his curtains never seemed to open quite all the way. Still, nothing worth getting weirded out about, just, things I noticed. Then came the dog. Some stray, shaggy mutt, black fur, white patch on its chest. It started hanging around the yard. It was friendly, wagging its tail all the time whenever I came out. I gave it scraps a few times. I figured it'd just move on, but it didn't. It stayed, slept under the porch, wouldn't go near Hepler's property line, though. It would literally just circle back if I tried to walk it near the fence. Its heckles would raise up, its tail would go between its legs. It was like it was scared of something. One night I was up late, working around 2 a.m., and I heard the dog barking really loud and fervently, and then there was yelping. I ran outside, but it was gone. Nothing seemed out of order or anything, but, the dog was gone. I never saw him again. The next morning I saw Hepler out front for the first time in a couple weeks, and he was just standing there holding a plastic bag. He smiled at me. Something about that smile kind of twisted in my gut. It's like the smile didn't reach his eyes. "You were up late," he said. I was like, "Yeah, the dog's gone. I heard it yelping." He said. "Shame." Then he just turned around and walked inside. That night I couldn't sleep. Not from fear. Not yet, anyway. More like pressure, like the air in the house was too dense, like something was watching just outside the reach of my senses. Around midnight, I heard a faint sound like paper being torn very slowly. I followed it through the hall and through the kitchen into the laundry room. The crawlspace hatch was open. I'd never touched it. It was wedged into the ceiling above the washer. I had to get a chair to go look. When I climbed up and shined the light inside, I found something very strange. Dozens of small objects, all arranged in little rows. A toothbrush, a coffee mug, a receipt from my glove box, one of my socks. All of it was mine, laid out in rows, perfectly aligned. Each one had a thin little string tied to it that stretched off into the dark. I didn't crawl all the way in. I just closed the hatch. Things began to change. I started noticing lights on Hepler's house at odd hours, blue flickers like from an old TV, but not in the living room. It was like deep in his basement or something. I'd catch glimpses of it when I took out the trash at night. And sounds. Not loud, just barely audible under the wind, like humming. A low, pulsing hum, almost organic, like a throat trying to mimic electricity or something. I started sleeping with the lights on. Not because I thought it would help or anything. Not because I was scared, just because the darkness, I don't know, it just started to feel kind of crowded, you know? I stopped working. I couldn't focus. Friends stopped texting me back. I didn't blame them. I didn't know really how to explain all of this that was going on, and I guess they were just getting tired of it. And I couldn't leave. I tried once. I packed a bag and booked a hotel in the next town, got my car, and started driving. 3 blocks down the road, my tire blew. Huge gash across the sidewall. I walked home, and Hepler was out on his porch when I got back. "You going somewhere?" I didn't answer. "Wouldn't want to miss anything," he said. Whatever the hell that means. That night, the humming was louder, and this time there was a rhythm to it, almost like breathing. Inhale, exhale. It was mechanical and wet, then a scraping sound from under my floorboards. I grabbed the flashlight and went into the basement. The air was thick and musty and like the smell of an old aquarium or something, you know? I found a panel on the floor I hadn't noticed before. It was screwed down and had been painted over. Something thumped under it, and my skin prickled. I didn't open it. I couldn't. But when I looked back toward the stairs, there he was, Hepler, standing halfway down the stairs, lit only by the flashlight beam. His face was slack, his eyes blank, mouth open just slightly, but there was no sound, just staring. Then he turned and quietly walked right back up the stairs like nothing had happened. I didn't sleep. I did some digging online. Turns out the house Hepler lives in, not registered, no tax records, no utility accounts. It's like it doesn't exist on paper. Even weirder, no one remembers him moving in. Not even the guy who sold me the place. "He's always been there," the guy said. "Quiet fella." I showed him a picture and he kind of squinted at it and said, "That ain't him. That's someone else. The man next door, he's got more hair and wears a ball cap." 2 nights ago, I woke up to the sound of drawers opening. Slow, one by one from the kitchen. I laid still listening. My heart was pounding. When I got up the nerve to go check, nothing had been taken, but every cabinet, every drawer was open about 3 or 4 inches, like someone had measured them. Last night, it was the smell, like burnt plastic and old copper. It like coated the air thick and sour. My hallway mirror had fogged over, but only from the inside, like someone had breathed on it from the other side of the glass. Then, this morning, my toothbrush was wet. Now, I know it's gross, okay, but I haven't used the toothbrush in like 2 days. I don't know what Mr. Hepler is, but he's more than just my neighbor. I don't think he sleeps. I don't think he breathes. There's something off about him, like his skin doesn't quite fit. And the worst part is, no one else seems to notice.